I'm May. Welcome to Passages and Promises. This is a podcast that invites immigrant guests, each with their unique stories and experiences, to share everything from comfort foods to family history. Because becoming a global family starts with embracing the stories that make us who we are. Passages and Promises reveal the human stories behind the immigrant tag. You can find me on YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. In this episode, I interview Esther, a Spanish immigrant to the U.S. who is our family friend and a hardworking mother. She talks about her perspective on work culture as well as interpersonal connections in Spain versus the U.S. A little disclaimer, the views expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests. Each story reflects one person's perspective and experiences and does not represent every community or culture. This series is meant to share personal journeys and encourage understanding through open conversation. All right, without further ado, let's get into today's story. Okay, hi. Can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Hi, I'm Esther Chenaro, and I am from Spain.
Spain? What part of Spain?
From Madrid,
Madrid.
the capital.
Oh, I've been there. I really loved it. So did you live in Madrid before coming to?
Well, I live in another city. When I was a child, I lived in Madrid, but then when I married, I moved to Valladolid. It's a 400,000 people city.
I see. So that's also in Spain?
Yes, in Spain also.
What were the differences between those two cities?
Well, Madrid is the capital, very busy, like New York, and the other cities like more small, relaxed. You are not in a hurry to go to anywhere, so it's nice.
How long ago did you come to New York?
When I came?
Yeah, when did you come to?
I came in 2011.
Oh.
No, I came to the USA in 2011, but I moved to New York in 2014.
Oh, so where did you live before you moved?
Well, I was half a year in Atlanta.
Oh.
And then I was 1 year in Puerto Rico, 1 year in Miami.
Oh, wow.
And then in New York.
Oh, what was the reason for moving?
Because I came because of my husband's work.
Oh, so...
He was in a construction company, so he was moving depending on the work, the workplace.
I see. Do you work currently?
Well, I am doing like part-time things.
Yeah. Did you used to did you used to have a different work?
Yes. When I was in Spain, I worked for an agency, water agency. Yeah. I was like managing the water supply system, the servers, channels. I was serving to the local government in the region of Spain where Valladolid was.
Oh, I see.
I am civil engineer, so I was like a civil engineer manager there.
Okay, so you had your education as a civil engineer in Spain?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you pursue anything related to civil engineering in America?
Well, when I came to here, as my husband is also a civil engineer, it's a very demanding job. He has to travel a lot. He came home very late.
Yeah.
So as I have 3 children, for me it wasn't an option to work as him and leaving the kids alone.
Do you see any differences in the civil engineering in Spain versus America?
Well, I see that there are more women than here. Here there are a lot of, it's more male dominant here. Yeah. Much more than in Spain.
Really? Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, but I think that in America, I don't know why less women choose to be an engineer compared to Spain.
I see. So I want to know a little more about your life in Spain. So how long did you live in Spain?
How long? I was like until I was 33 years old.
I see. Okay. So the majority of your life was in Spain. When you came to America, when you started off in Atlanta and then moved to Puerto Rico, Miami, and then eventually New York, what were the big differences that you noticed in lifestyle or education?
Well, for me, being here, the most important thing is having a credit card.
Because
everything, you have to pay for everything. And that's something very different from my country. Because in my country, I could have a work. Yeah. And with the money I earn in that work, I have everything solved. Because there is public sanitary systems, health system, public schools, public university. The best universities are public. You don't have to pay much. Just 1,000 or 2,000 a year, something like that. And in America, it's very, very stressful. The things about financing, very, very stressful.
So do you think, did you see more of like class distinctions because money is so important in the US? Like, did you see people be separated based on how much money they have here? Or
Well, I think that there are people that work a lot here,
yeah.
and they are all day working, and their life is just working and saving money. And I think in Spain you have another vision of life. Like you value more your friends and spending time with friends. You don't need so much money to live there.
Yeah. So the emphasis on like money and kind of surviving through like being able to pay for stuff, do you think that has an impact on the quality of life?
Yes, for sure. Everything, the food, even the food the kids are eating, the sport they do. For instance, for me, having the kids in tennis classes, it's so luxury here. In relation to Atlanta, Puerto Rico, and Miami, is that I had to use the car. Wherever I need to go, I had to use the car. When I was in Atlanta, I was walking with my kid, for instance, and no one was walking. No one. So I was like a strange person being in the street walking like the
Right, with like a stroller.
The stroller,
right.
yes. So especially that. But in New York it's different. You can go
Walking.
maybe I think that in Spain people were friendlier with kids than in New York. Because here it's very difficult to jump into the bus, for instance. You cannot take the trolley to the bus.
Oh, how do I say it? What kinds of like activities did you do as a child when you were growing up in Spain? And do your kids like do similar things now?
I don't think, well, the most different activities like the TV, the Netflix, TV, video games, internet, that's because when I was in Spain, maybe I was a child, there was 1 hour a day with like TV shows for children, and the rest of the day we didn't have anything to watch, so we were playing with toys, or we could go to the street to play with friends, and also we talk with friends by telephone, like conversations. Until now, my kids do not talk conversations with friends. They talk when they're gaming. They are boys, So
my younger brother too.
Yeah, they talk a lot with them, but while gaming. That's like the social life for them.
That's the exact same for my younger brother. When you were like a child, did you have extracurriculars?
The most important thing when I was a child was the studies. Studying, school grades. I didn't have special. Well, I went maybe to lessons, sport lessons, but nothing very, very demanding.
I see.
So now, for example, my kids, they live in New York City. They have not been enrolled in the sports like it's usual in America, because it's very difficult here to be selected for the team. And also to move the 3 kids to different activities. It was impossible for me. So in that way, they are very similar to me in Madrid, because I didn't go to many classes, just very close in the neighborhood. But what is very different from my oldest, he's in high school, is the extra activities they have to do in high school here to be selected for university. He has class, very demanding class, and he takes it more seriously even than studies sometimes. In Spain, my main mission was to have good grades in academics.
Wait, so about academics, like other than the difference in language, do you think there are like fundamental differences between the way they teach, or like what kinds of material that they teach, or are there like similarities?
Well, I like a lot of here that they think more to think, to be critical thinking. They emphasize the critical thinking, and I really love that. They learn how to ask why, because in Spain maybe it was more like memorizing things, but they didn't value a lot about the reason of the things you are telling. For instance, a friend of mine that when was living here and has studied in a school when she was maybe 14 years old in Madrid, she said that when she went to Madrid, she had to write very long response to the questions. So the most important thing is to show that you know things. So you write long exams. But here, as opposite, you have to be more concise and being to the question, to the main objective, being more rational.
Right.
I like it more here in that way.
I see.
And also my kids go to specialized high schools, so they are very good in the deep of knowledge they are getting.
So are your children like experiencing a different kind of type of education? When you used to help them when they were younger, did you see the differences since like early education, or did the differences start in the later high school years?
I think I saw the difference in the early education because they had to write when they were very little. They started writing with an objective, like the goal, like for instance, the how to do books, convincing the readers. They had like the goal of what they were doing was very important for them. Also, they didn't have so much homework. I used to have much more homework. They didn't have homework until they were in high school.
Really?
Definitely. Well, maybe, but I didn't see them study.
I see what you're saying.
Maybe because they are boys,
Yeah.
I don't know how they do, but they always are fast.
They're doing great though, right? Yeah. So, okay, when you were younger, did you and your friends like have similar hobbies? Like, were there communities that were interested in specific like activities or something that was common in your community?
Well, in Spain, very common playing soccer.
Of course.
And everyone has to play soccer. And if a boy is not playing soccer, he was like only one or something like that, He was pointed. I don't know now. Now it's maybe different, but I think it's very cultural, the soccer there.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. And also when we are like Catholics, so some people go to mass, but it's not something it's not very common also. I mean, it's like 30% of people, 20% of people go to mass, I think.
How was soccer involved in your life personally? Like, did you have dinners surrounding the TV watching soccer, or did you go to soccer games often?
Okay, well, no, we usually watch that at home.
Yeah.
Well, but we could hear from the windows whenever the main soccer team in Madrid score, you could hear the trumpet from the windows because there were many people watching that. And also when they won, there were people in the streets celebrating in the cars, like so it was something very
Did you do sports ever?
Well, I really love doing sports, but girls didn't do so much sports. So I remember I was playing soccer when I was a child. And I had to convince my girlfriends to play with me.
Oh, really?
But then I had an accident, I fell and I broke my tooth. So I think from that moment I stopped that.
You broke your tooth?
Yeah.
Like it chipped off?
This.
How old were you?
11 years old.
Okay, so it was still younger.
Yeah.
Okay. So like in general, relating to soccer, were there traditions or values that were in Madrid or Spain in general that you think are super important?
Well, I think that it's more like a fun activity, something to talk about. You need to know how they, like here, like the main, you have to know how to talk about the sport when you're in a workplace or something like that, but it's not about values. About values is more, I don't know, but maybe more like the Occident and the Western culture.
Yeah, like
so it's very similar to here. I didn't find a very big difference from Madrid to New York, really. It wasn't so much.
Okay, that's interesting. Did you learn English in...
Yeah, I was learning in school since I was 4 years old. But we were like, it was like a teaching, we learn more how to... The grammar thing. We learned a lot of grammar.
Not much of speaking.
But not much speaking and not much writing, because the writing was answering short questions.
Yeah.
So you learn how to answer, but you never were very, very creating a lot of sentences.
I see. So when you came to America, did you find like the English speaking experience a lot different than what you were expecting?
Well, yes. And, something that we did when we were kids was my parents sent me to Ireland. Many Spanish go to Ireland to learn English, but only during 3 months because it's close to Spain and they have a lot of families that participate in having students from Spain going to school there. But it was like maybe 1 month. So yes, when I came here, what I found it was the phonics. I have never learned about phonetics.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that the vowels sound different here from theirs, from
That's
the Spanish
true.
one.
Yeah.
So it's been very hard for me because it's how I had to learn again how the words. I had to forget how I speak and learn again how to speak.
I'm learning Spanish in school right now, and I'm learning that the phonetics are completely different because it's really hard for me to pronounce like the Spanish words. I can't do it. But also, did you learn other languages? Like I heard that kids in Europe learn like a lot of languages at the same time. Was that the case for you?
No, I learned, but when I was working as a kid, I started 1 year. I studied French, but because I like it.
Oh.
And it was just 1.5 years. So.
I see. Did you remember any of the French?
Well, not much, but it's not very difficult for us from Spanish because it's the same. It's a Latin language. It has some. It's not very difficult to read the French.
I didn't know that. Okay, I see. Okay. So you spoke a different language at home, right? Like Spanish.
Spanish.
How did you? Well, did you have difficulty maintaining your understanding of Spanish after coming to America, or is there or you had a family here with you, so it wasn't too hard continuing speaking Spanish?
Well, since I have my family here and I speak Spanish at home, even though my kids maybe used to answer me in English, now they answer in Spanish.
Really?
Yeah. So that's great.
Are their Spanish skills increasing?
Yes.
Really? I'm so jealous. My Japanese skills are just good.
Because they also go to classes. Spain has a language school from the Department of Education in Spain. Teachers belonging to the Department of Education can hear and give lessons, classes to the kids.
How frequent is it?
They have once a week the lessons, and also they have online activities. So they really improve a lot their language.
Is there a big Spanish community in New York City?
Not really.
No. Did you see a bigger Spanish community in other parts of America, or not really?
Maybe Miami.
Miami?
But I think America is not the place where USA is not the place where many Spanish people. Yeah. Maybe because of the language. I think more Spanish people go to Latin America.
Right.
To USA. So no, we are not a lot. We are a few.
But there are a lot of Spanish speaking people here.
Yeah, but they are from Latin America.
Right.
Yeah.
Their Spanish is of a different dialect.
It's the same. It's the same. Yes. Maybe some words are different, but they are synonyms, so I understand everything. But it's the same grammar, pronunciation.
It's all this.
Yes.
Okay, so when you first started your life in the US, how did it go? In the very beginning, it must have been a big change for you because you spent the first 33 years of your life in Spain, but then suddenly it's a big change to come to a completely separate continent. How was that for you?
Well, at the beginning, we went to Atlanta, so we had to drive everywhere.
Yeah.
I took the kids to a school. Well, we were very excited of coming to America because in Spain, in America, is some very specific place to go. Many people love coming here, so we were excited about that.
That's nice.
But I was thinking different things. For example, my husband worked more than I expected, and he started traveling. So because those days they had a lot of meetings, weekly meetings in person. Yeah. So he travels a lot only for one meeting and coming back. Yeah. So for me it was hard to be alone with the kids.
Right. Is the work culture different here, or is it?
Well, it depends. As I am an engineer, I think engineer field also in Spain were very serious with the work.
Yeah.
So it's not so much different. No. The only thing is the breaks.
Right.
In Spain, we have more holidays. They have 22 days.
Is it less or more here?
Much less here. In Spain, you have a month of holidays during the year. You can divide it by weeks, by 2 weeks. But here, my husband, even he has more holidays in his contract. They only took 2 weeks.
Really?
So that for me is hard. Maybe the hardest because it's when I go to Spain, he cannot come with me.
Yeah.
So
you do visit Spain
yes, I go twice. Summer and Christmas.
every year?
Every year, yes.
That's nice. Is it because you have family there?
Yes, my family is there, my father,
When you go back and see your family, I assume you guys have like a dinner together. Are there any like Spanish foods that you always have?
Yes, I love the ham. I love seafood. Seafood is very tasty there, like very fresh. Fish is very fresh.
Yeah.
Vegetable, fruits, nuts.
What about
Paella, like rice. The paella is like the rice, tasty rice.
Are there other dishes like if I were to go to a restaurant in Spain, what would you recommend that I get?
Well, I would recommend fish for sure, paella, and a lot of the starters. They have very rich starters like croquetas, ham, cheese.
I had all of those when I went to Spain, and I really, really loved it. All the foods that I had in Spain were really good. How connected do you feel to your culture like now?
Well, I am very connected because my friends are still. I keep the friendship with Spanish people from Spain because of the WhatsApp groups, everything. So I don't feel like maybe people years ago when they came here. No, you can be still connected yet.
Are there ways that you keep your the lifestyle that you had in Spain? Oh wait, how do I say? Are there ways that you keep and maintain the lifestyle that you had in Spain in America too? Do you try to have? Do you try to lead a similar life here as you did in Spain?
Yeah, the thing is that I have in Spain. I have only one kid, one child, and here. I mean, I had two little ones when I came to Spain. So my life has been very, very focused on the kids.
Yeah.
Now I have three, so I have been very busy with them. So the lifestyle, I like the culture of meeting in Spain. You can meet with friends, have a coffee, and be hours in a coffee shop speaking, just having a coffee or drinking a beer, something like very. You don't here. If you go to a place, usually you have to eat a lot, and when you eat, you have to leave.
Yeah.
But in Spain, you go to a coffee shop and you have to stay there, and you have a lot of conversation with people. People is also in Spain. People is like more maybe friendlier than in New York because New York is very very big city. So in Spain, like everyone's your friend, even though they are not, but you feel like that. And here is maybe harder the relationship for the.
I see what you're saying. Wait, okay. Were there difficulties that you faced after moving here or throughout your time living in the US because it was because you came from a different country? Were there any challenges that you experienced?
So it's not so much, I think, different.
Yeah, for sure.
So
not really.
It's a culture of buying things.
I mean, if it worked out, it's great. Yeah. How do you think moving to the US shaped your life differently than if you had stayed in Spain?
Well, for me, as I have to start working in Spain, I had a career, I have education, and I had a good position, and I had a lot of opportunities for me to grow as a woman working as a civil engineer, and for the government had a lot of opportunities there. So here I became like the wife of my husband, and he's also a civil engineer, and many times there is a special occasion to go with the spouses, and all the workers are men, and all the spouses are women. So it's like being apart from it's like the professional life is what I find more difficult for me.
I see, yeah. Are you looking to maybe re-enter the civil engineering world maybe once you finish raising your children?
Yes, I am trying to. Well, when I was here, I studied a master in data analytics. Data.
Oh, wow.
So I am just trying to find. I am working part time, but I am not sure if I'm going to find there really my professional spot, because since my education was a civil engineer, maybe in 1 or 2 years I have to really focus on returning to civil engineer.
I see.
But the data thing is good for me because you can do it online. And it's part-time. It's better with a family, because all the love for the family is for me. My husband has all the love for working.
If you were to like have a conversation with the version of you who had only lived in Spain so far, like maybe 14 years ago, like the version of you that didn't know what living in the US was like, how do you think that older version of you would react to who you are now?
Well, maybe my older person would say stay in Spain. No, but because it's not because of the place, it's because of the opportunities, the life, the profession. Because I have a good quality of life, because I have a profession, but I have for example, my work. I could end at work at 3 p.m. and have all the afternoon with my kids and work. I could manage both things at the same time. And also, I didn't think I was going to be so lonely because of the work. My husband works a lot. He has to work. His commitment to work is a lot. So here I had to take the kids I had to do everything for the family.
That's difficult.
So I think that's maybe because we don't have here our family and community.
Yeah.
So it's much more difficult, everything.
That makes sense. So over the past 14 years, how did you gradually overcome that loneliness? How did you...
Well, I have some friends, but many of the friends leave, because New York City is a place where many people come for some years and they leave. So I have 2 or 3 friends that I have been being friends since the very beginning. But all the rest left. Yeah, so...
So, is it kind of like a constant...
Well, for me it's important to work. To have something to do. It's very important.
To stay busy.
Yes, stay busy.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. How do you think that your cultural upbringing influenced who you are today?
Well, yes, I think that I because I studied, I like reading and knowing about the big, the big philosophers or writers. And also I had for me it was very important how I was more than, as a human being. For me, the most of my education, it was most important how I was as a human being, that how much I get or how much I earn, or that's important for me.
Right.
So I feel maybe better with myself because I am not thinking how much do you do or something like that,
It's more about how you feel.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah. That's amazing. Do you have any advice for other people who maybe come from a similar background as you or come from a different country and are kind of new to the environment? What would you say?
Well, I think in America it's very important, I think, to be busy and to have things to tell about what you are doing or what you are engaged in or what you are interested in.
Yeah.
So maybe having always something besides your family that can show that you have more interest, that you are busy with anything, even being helping in the school, with anything that can show that you are keeping active in another ways, not just being...
Keeping a work-life balance and having
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Passages
thank you
and
so
Promises.
much.
If you have a story to share or just want to reflect, leave a comment or fill out the survey linked in the description. I'd love to hear how it resonated with you. And if this episode resonated with you, don't forget to share it with someone who might connect with it too. You can also visit the blog on our website where I write about each episode and share some of my own reflections along the way. We all have our own passages and promises, and I hope this podcast gave you a moment to reflect on yours. See you next time when we'll explore the next person's journey and the promises they carry. Bye!